Wow. I have a pretty amazing message coming through from the Council of Light. I'm not even kidding you. For those of you that may not be aware, the Council of Light is comprised of benevolent interdimensional beings. They are comprised of ascended masters, angels, guides. Their purpose, think of them as something similar to that of the United Nations. Their purpose is to help raise the consciousness of the planet, right? And they are literally the ones that are responsible for enlightening those of us that identify as light workers, right? Of what our actual missions are, our personal missions and our soul purpose missions here on the planet, right? And so I pulled this card. I'm just getting right after it, you guys. By the way, welcome in. My name is Carrie Lee. I'm an intuitive tarot reader. My channel is Into the Bliss 1717. I'm so glad that you're here with me. This is a timeless reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest on the table. Okay, guys? Yeah, so I pulled this card, Council of Light, okay? And it's like divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. It was wild because as I was preparing for this, clearing my decks, doing my prayers, all the goodies, I heard the word permeate. Permeate. And I wanted to I know what permeate means, but I wanted to find out what the dictionary said about it. And I'm just going to pull my little notes up over here. Permeate, something that is spread throughout, to diffuse through or penetrate. As I was reading that, I saw 222 on the clock, okay? Right place, right time, okay? Then I'm still doing my jam, right? Doing my thing. One of my strongest clairs is clairaudience. That is clear inner hearing. Okay, it's the primary way that my guides communicate to me. And when I'm doing readings, most of the time, like 99% of the time, whether it's a personal private reading or it's a collective reading, my guides, my spirit team, my tarot team, they will channel a song. And there's always a message in there for someone, right? And so the song that came through, and this is so freaking wild. I haven't heard this song in like forever. It's a song by the Offspring, 234 on the clock. I can't make this shit up. It's a song by Offspring called Come Out and Play. I kept hearing, you gotta keep them separated. You gotta keep them separated. So, like, what's going on in the global world today, you guys? Obviously, a lot of division. I know there's an enormous amount of division in the United States here, okay? And I feel like I'm hearing right now, I'm here to ring the battle cries. The lyrics that stood out to me the most for this reading, because that's the thing, like I'm feeling a lot of channeled energy is wanting to come through right now, so take what resonates again and leave the rest behind. The lyrics that stood out to me the most were, it goes down the same as the thousand before. No one's getting smarter, no one's learning the score. Your never-ending spree of death and violence and hate is gonna tie your own rope, tie your own rope, tie your own. Hey man, you talking to me? Like Joey, you talking to me? You talking to me? Anyway, between the word permeate and that section of the lyrics, it's really speaking volumes with this Council of Light card that came out, that it's a call to action for light workers, is what I feel like. It's a call to action for those of us that identify as we are the lighthouses. We are here to spread the light, to spread, love and joy and gratitude. And we're here to educate and teach people. Some of us are teachers, and we're here to be storytellers, and we're here to teach people specific things, right? There's roles for each of us. But mostly light workers, it's not just a career thing or this, we have our personal missions, we have our soul missions is what's coming through. But it's like the way that we live our life, the way that we live our own life is a way to illuminate. We lead by example is what is coming through to me. We are leading by example, or that is one of our roles. There are so many different types of light workers, and we all have different roles here, right? And you can be a combination of different light workers, right? We have like a primary, and we have, like, for me, my primary assignment is a grid worker. And so, wherever I'm at in the world, it's like the earth is taking my energy and it's spreading it out to these grid lines. Think of the grid lines, something similar to like the lines of latitude and longitude. They spread all over the globe, right? And that energy, that light, that love energy spreads out through the grid, and it helps to keep it helps the ability for certain specific areas of the earth to heal. The earth itself and its inhabitants, it helps certain parts of humanity heal, and it also helps connect those of us that are here for those purposes. It helps to keep those channels of information flowing. Okay? It's formulating a very strong, stable, solid structure, right? So that's just one example of a light worker, right? I feel like this is a call to action, and I'm going to go into the tarot with this too, guys. I feel like this is a call to action in terms of it's time to step up to the plate. It's getting really loud. And it's time to step up to the plate and really start speaking on the topics of, being one with the all and being one with all, and the whole concept of oneness. And I know that this can be difficult to stand up and really stand in your truth and be anchored in not your truth necessarily, but the truth of what is really happening on a global scale right now. The reason that we see so much chaos and so much violence and all these wars and these governments out of control, literally robbing their own people. And I have no problem saying it. I don't really effing care, quite frankly, anymore. It's more important to get the message out, is what I feel called to say. It's more important to start sharing these messages with people around you in your lives. We can reach one person at a time, one soul at a time, to express to them, explain to them how important it is to become the master of our thoughts, to become the master of our own emotions. I'm getting a massive 6th and 7th chakra squeeze on that. That's a confirmation. Because ultimately, my loves, whether you want to believe it or not, the way that we think about ourselves and others, the way that we feel about ourselves and others, what we speak internally as well as externally about ourselves and others, it spreads, it permeates like wildfire, is what is being channeled to me right now. And so one of the reasons that you see, like right now in the United States, it's really heinous right now. It's just ramping up every day. This really gnarly, violent, angry, judgmental, condescending energy between the American people because of the elections that are coming up. And I don't like to stick my nose into politics because, quite frankly, I don't follow it because it's all bullshit. It is. It's all bullshit. It's gotten out of control. I'm not saying don't go out and vote and don't be patriotic and all that jazz. Do what you feel is good, right? Okay? But the reality is that not only in the United States, but on a global scale, we have been led by our leaders through fear. There are scientific studies out there that show that the vibrations of negative vibrations, undesirable energy, such as fear, anger, bitterness, resentment, jealousy, envy, revenge, vengefulness, that shit spreads quicker and faster than positive, than desirable. What is the highest vibration, feelings and emotions? Joy, love, gratitude, compassion, peace, understanding, forgiveness, non-judgment of self and others. Whew. Wow, that's a lot to come through for a word, a song, and one oracle card. So we are the lighthouses, my loves. We are the lighthouses by the way we choose to live our lives. We are the lighthouses in terms of it's our responsibility for everybody on this earth. It's our individual responsibilities to spread these messages, to talk about this, okay? I want to say, though, that I feel called to say not to be scared, not to be fearful of the things that are happening right now, but plan on things ramping up even more. And this is why it's so important to do the things that you know keep you grounded, being outside barefoot, staying really, really hydrated, fresh, clean, filtered water, eating high vibrational foods like fresh fruits and vegetables, staying away from processed foods, staying away from eating animals if you can. Even reducing your consumption of animals helps raise the consciousness of the planet. Every time we do the depth work, the soul work, and we heal something and we slay a cycle within us, we are helping raise the consciousness of this planet. We are helping to heal everybody on this earth. So please keep doing what you're doing, my loves. Please keep doing what you're doing. You're doing the work of Great Spirit. You're doing the work of the divine. I feel like the Ascended Masters are coming through the Council of Light to commend you and say thank you for agreeing to do this. We all chose to be here during this time. We really truly did before we even agreed to come back here, you know? And I just feel like this is a real big call on a global scale, every single one of us, to step up to the plate and do our part to keep raising that consciousness. No matter how hard and how grueling it gets, just anchor yourself in the truth of universal law, the truth that love is the way to go. Love over fear. What is fear? Our leaders lead us through fear. And what is it? It is false evidence appearing real. It's illusion. And I feel called to say, if you're still with me here, 13 minutes in, we have a full moon that's going to be occurring between September 17th and 18th, full moon in Pisces with a partial lunar eclipse. And this is probably one of the most powerful spiritual full moons that we're going to probably see in our current lifetime. And I really, truly feel called to express, I've been saying this for quite a while, I'm not the only reader that has been expressing this, that there are going to be a lot of people that are going to start awakening. Okay? The key codes within our soul blueprints, whether we've been on our spiritual path as a traveler for a long time or a little bit of time, more expansion is happening. More codes are being activated, my loves. And there are going to be a whole new wave of people that are going to start being activated. And if you can remember what it felt like when you first started awakening, when you first started your ascension process, you became conscious of the unseen. How sometimes that could be so scary and bring feelings of confusion and fear. So I feel like the Council of Light is also here to ask, please be prepared for this. This is why we're here. Especially those of us that are already at a certain point in our journeys, in our spiritual paths. This is why we're here to help usher in and help guide the others, to quell their fears, to teach them the ways. Okay? So I feel like I'm hearing buckle up. I'm hearing buckle up. So let's go ahead and get some cards on this in tarot. If you're still with me, thank you so much. If not, that's cool too. Whatevs, man. I'm doing what's called the cross of truth. I think it's wild because they are asking me to do the cross of truth, and this looks like a cross. So let's get into it. Spirit, what other messages do you have for us from the Council of Light regarding permeating and this anger and violence that is spreading throughout the globe? Please and thank you. 3, 2, 1. Okay, the moon just came out. So, okay, moon just came out. Definitely acknowledging the okay, this is really freaking badass. Wow. Holy crap, this is really badass. Okay. All right. Give me a second, because I've definitely... You guys, I've never done a reading that's like this big, like global. I've never, ever channeled a reading from the Council of Light directly. So I am a little bit having my own moment right now, and I'm sharing this with you, and I love you guys, and oh my God, here we go. Buckle up, buttercups. Okay. I feel called to say that staying hydrated, because we're made up of so much water as human beings, but that's how the unseen communicates with us through water. Because water, everything flows, right? It's like a conductor for electricity. It's a conductor, okay? And that's how they communicate with us. It's almost like that conductivity, right? And so staying hydrated, especially for those of us that identify as light workers and channels, if you're dehydrated, you're not going to pick up the guidance. You're not going to pick up the messages, your missions and all of that, right? Okay, here we go. The moon card is the situation. So, correct, because we're heading into this Pisces full moon, a lot of this illusion that I was just talking about, we're going to start getting more truth coming out of it. I've got the King of Swords in the back end energy. The King of Swords doesn't look around. I'm getting chills on that. The King of Swords does not mess around, man. He is all about the truth, baby. Okay? And he's not settling for anything less on that. So I feel like things are going to start being revealed after this full moon. Okay? People are going to start being activated. All of us. And the ones that aren't conscious of it yet. Okay? So that's what's coming in with that. So the hopes and the fears, the world. I mean, I can't make this up, man. This is global, referencing the world, okay? I feel like the end of an era is coming through. The end of the lies is coming through. We are ending a cycle with this Pisces full moon is what's coming through. What's working for all of us right now, and I'm speaking to the light workers out here, is we have done the depth work. You're ready. I feel called to say you are ready. You are ready. You are ready. Even if you don't think you're ready, you are. Look at how filled with love. Like love is literally permeating. There's that word again. Love is permeating out of her heart like a bright beacon of light. And so we really, really are being called to step up and not only love ourselves hard, but we are being called to step up and love everybody else really hard too. Especially the ones that are going to start waking up. Okay? It's like the 10 of Pentacles in the back end energy. This full moon is literally allowing so many of us to clear massive karmic cycles. Massive karmic cycles are coming to an end. This isn't just about our own personal karma that we've carried with our soul throughout all of our lifetimes, right? This is about ancestral karma, our family lines. I'm getting a big heart squeeze on that. This is huge, guys. This is beautiful, beautiful energy. Back end energy, again, a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety. It needs to stop. And we're here to do it. We are the bringers of light. Okay? The overarching energy of the reading, the Ace of Wands. Spirit is with us. The Ascended Masters are with us. Our teams are with us. And it is so, so, so important moving forward from this day on to really embody the spiritual warrior in terms of mastering our thoughts, mastering our emotions, and really anchoring into our purposes and our callings and doing all the things, making all the choices that keep us in balance, that keep our masculine and feminine energies balanced, that keep our light and dark within us balanced, nothing oppressed. Doing all those things because this Ace of Wands is Spirit's electrical energy channeling through us. There are a lot of messages that are going to be coming through. Keep a journal, my loves, if you don't already do so. Keep a journal. Write down everything that comes through. A word, a song, a vision, a knowing, a feeling. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you feel like it's silly or not. Just write it down. Okay? So the challenge, I feel like, for all of us, right, and for the world, strength. What's really coming through is all of us as individuals and as one really praying for the grace of courage is coming through. Pray for the grace of courage. Pray for the grace of protection. The grace of courage to say what needs to be said, to speak the truth, not your truth, not anybody else's truth, the truth based upon universal law, as we've all learned and known, as we've all, retrieved those cosmic nuggets of wisdom, right? Nothing is being given to us that we cannot handle. We have everything that we need with that strength, right? And also the strength is divine feminine led. The strength card is maintaining that internal balance that I was talking about earlier. That light and shadow within us. I just heard triggers. If you haven't nailed down your own personal triggers, now's the time to start buckling up and getting it done. We're all human. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. But this is part of our role, is now to step up and really embody our roles so that we can help others do the same exact thing and embody theirs. This is a beautiful thing. It's like showtime is coming through. I'm getting a visual of The Mask, Jim Carrey. Showtime! This is what we've been working for the whole time, right? The outcome, look at this. Mother, divine feminine again coming through. This Queen of Cups, this very nurturing, loving, healing energy. And she is a master of her emotions in her desirable state. And her heart is wide open. And she also has boundaries. And that card was on the bottom of the deck of that oracle card. We all need to make sure we have our boundaries in place. Boundaries for ourselves, our internal dialogue as well. I don't like to give a lot of energy to the dark, but I am going to say this. Just the same way that we receive messages and channels from the benevolent interdimensional beings of the divine, how it seeps into our awareness field, the other side comes in the exact same way. And people need to understand that. Not to scare them, but to learn how to master it, learn how to observe and identify without judgment of self or others, and be able to then do that depth work to reprogram it. Permeation, permeate. Boy, that word's really powerful, isn't it? Wow. What other messages want to come through right now for the collective, please and thank you? Three, two, one. I just heard stay off of social media, detox, purify. Wow. Okay. This is really cool. Okay. Yeah, bottom of the deck. I can't make it up. Here's the Hierophant. This is about massive, like, conventional structures like government, business, medical. Like, this is about things are going to start changing. Belief structures. The Hierophant can also be about reprogramming belief structures that we grew up with or that we learned from a job or a teacher or whatever. You know what I mean? But the unhealthy, undesirable belief structures, those beliefs are what create our feelings and emotions. And those feelings and emotions are what then permeate up into our minds and create thoughts. And so the guidance is that Queen of Wands, okay, this is, you can handle this, you can juggle a lot of different things, all right, and make it look easy. This is also staying intentionally focused. Like, I feel like, again, a social media detox, some type of purification, maybe fasting, hydrating. I mean, whatever you need to do to stay balanced, right? It's like, and make sure you're doing things that light you the F up. That the Queen of Wands is the lighthouse of the queens. She is joy, happy, joy in her most desirable state. She's the life of the freaking party, man. And she doesn't do anything unless it lights her. If it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no. So it's really important for us to stay in those higher vibrational feelings and emotions like joy and love and gratitude, right? 9 of Wands. This is the spiritual warrior right here. Badass McSass, okay? This is about take rest when you need to rest. Honor your body's rhythms and cycles. And please make sure boundaries, there's that word again, with others and with yourself. This is bigger than each of us individually, guys. I think we all know this. This is about really helping this planet, helping usher this entire planet and all of her inhabitants into a new way of being, a much more beautiful, loving, peaceful, truthful, based on universal law. The angels are with us. Temperance. There's going to be some major healing, okay? Major transmuting of these low vibrational energies. That's a lot of our jobs. It's what we do. And there are specific light workers that are here just for that purpose. And it's not easy, my loves. I know it. This is about alchemizing fear and hate and violence into love and joy and peace. And we are not alone. Things are going to pick up. Things are going to pick up. Here is the 8 of Wands. The energies are going to pick up, and it's going to be a lot faster. There's a lot of messages, like I said earlier, that are going to be wanting to come through. And so it's really, 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 really important for all of us to stay grounded and stay hydrated and stay in our most receptive states, the divine, letting the divine feminine within all of us, whether you identify as a man or a woman, I don't care. It's irrelevant. We all have masculine and feminine energies within us, and we all need to learn how to balance that within us. But let this feminine lead so that we are in that receptive state, so that we can receive the guidance and the downloads. right? So that we can remain calm and confident, right? So let's get some final guidance from the angels. Again, nothing to scare or fear of anyone. This is what we signed up for, guys. This is it. This is the big show, right? I just feel like it's a call to arms of like, it's gonna get louder. So get ready. I just heard, let's get ready to rumble, but not really rumble in terms of like contributing. Let's not contribute. What message do the angels have for this collective, please and thank you? I just heard activation. I was saying that earlier. 3. Okay, beautiful. Oh yeah, look at this, bottom of the deck. This is the opportunity that we've been waiting for. This is something to rejoice in. And a lot of people are so afraid and so scared. And that's to be expected, considering that they're still under the illusion of that fear. And so this is our responsibility to really step up to the plate and be the lighthouse for them, to pour the love, not just in ourselves, but show them how to pour it into their selves. Because so many people don't know how to love themselves. They don't know how to love themselves. They don't know how to not judge themselves. And because they do that to themselves, this is what is creating this world filled with violence and anger and hate. And it's like those lyrics said, your never-ending spree of death and violence and hate, it's going to tie your own rope, tie your own rope, tie your own rope. So that to me is saying that those social constructs, they're coming down, man. They're going to come down. There's going to be a lot of crazy shit going on. But it's supposed to go down that way because we know what tower energy is, right? Whatever is not built off of truth and integrity and for the betterment of all will be cleared so that the new can be built from that place of integrity, from that place of universal law. If it's not good for all, it's not good for anyone. The other cards, remain positive. We are the light. We are the lighthouse. Let it effing shine like a mofo. This is it, baby. Let it all out, all of it. Be bold. I'm feeling Freya right now. Be bold. Be bold in your actions. Helpful people. We are the helpful people. We are the helpful people. We are here as agents of the divine, and we're here to help. So that's what I have. If any of this resonated, please, please, please leave comments in the description box. For personal readings, if anyone is going through, you feel like you're going through awakening or expansion and you feel like you need some guidance and you need some mentorship in that area, please feel free to reach out. Book a session with me. That's what I'm here for. Anywho, until the next time, my loves, be well, love well, live well. Lead by example, unapologetically. I love you all. Chef's kiss vibes, baby.